John had to say. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's his version of the Christmas story. How the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But to as many as have received him, to them he gave power and the right to become children of God, even those that believe in his name. And John kind of explains it a bit in 1 John chapter 1. It says in verse 5, "This is the message we've heard from him and proclaim to you, that God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all." God is light. This is how 1 John starts out. It says, "From the very first day we were there, taking it all in, we heard it with our own ears, saw it with our own eyes, verified it with our own hands. The word of life appeared right before our eyes." We saw it happen. He's like bringing us in. He says, I still remember being on that boat. And he says, "Come and follow me." And we dropped our nets. And now we're telling you in this most sober prose that what we witnessed was incredibly this. The infinite life of God himself took shape before us. All of a sudden, God walked into his life. We all have those, if we look back in our lives, where God walked in. So all of a sudden, our eyes were open. As Paul says in 1 Corinthians 15, "And he appeared to me also." He appeared to me. We all have this moment. If we know Jesus, we have this moment when all of a sudden it's like he walked in. Sometimes it's when we look back, because the darkness seemed to have left and light started to come in. John goes on. He says, "We saw it, we heard it, and now we're telling you so that you can experience it along with us. This experience of communion with the Father and his Son, Jesus Christ." Our motive for writing this is simply this. We want you to enjoy this too. Your joy will double our joy. I just want to share this with you because this is the most important thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm going to share this with you. What that does is it just doubles my joy to be able to lead someone. This, in essence, is the message we heard from Christ and are passing on to you. God is light, pure light. There's not a trace of darkness in you. God is light. We really don't realize how dark our world is until we see the light. We thought living was something else. We thought life was something else. Until Christ walked into our lives. And our whole foundation shifted. Our whole way of life shifted. How we look at things, how we look at people, how we look at ourselves, how we understand what work is, what play is. Everything shifts. To stay focused is one of the hardest things. To keep focused. We need each other for that. That's part of it. Because we sometimes don't see we're veering off, but others can. To you, what is made that first Christmas so good? And what would it take to make this Christmas great?